सलाम मेरे अजीज पंखों।
Jungkook, I was waiting outside the operation theater. I was roaming here and there in the corridor. I look at mom and Taeyong mom. It's been an hour that Taeyong went inside the operation theater. I was praying for Taeyong, for our child. I was visit Taeyong daily. Sometimes he demands to eat ice cream. Last night he again asked me to take him out because he want to eat ice cream. It was 12 a.m. when we sat next to me in car. I drove to the ice cream parlor. Taekook, 4 scoops, Taeyong said excitedly, and I smiled. I hand over him ice cream and he started enjoying it. I was watching him all the time. Taekook, they called me and the spoon fall from his hand. Jungkook, Taeyong, what happened? I asked, look at him, whose color turned into pale. Taekook, it's paining. Hospital. They was crying with pain and I started the car and drove to the hospital. Jungkook. Taeyong was all the way crying. His face was wet with sweat. I could not see him in this pain. I dialed Yoongi Hyung number and informed him about Taeyong's condition. Jungkook. Taeyong was taken to the operation theater. As we reached hospital, I was standing outside of the operation theater. I saw my whole family coming with Taeyong parents. They all start waiting for the news, but my heart just want to see him. My eyes were desperately waiting to see him. After an hour, doctor come out from the operation room. Jungkook, doctor, my husband, is he okay? I asked impatiently. Doctor, you don't want to know about your child? Doctor asked, look at me. Jungkook, of course I want to. But first I want to know about my husband. Tell me, is he okay? I asked and the doctor smiled. Doctor, your husband is absolutely fine. We shift him to our room. You can see him there. Jungkook, doctor said, and I thank God for saving my life. My Taeyong. Doctor, so do you want to know about your kids now? Jungkook, she asked, and I was stuck on the word kids. Jungkook, kids? Jungkook, I asked, look at doctor. Doctor, congratulations, you have twins. There is a boy and a cute little girl. Doctor almost exploded the bomb for happiness on my head. Twins? I yelled and she smiled happily. Jungkook, thank you. I said to the doctor, Doctor, don't thank me. First, thank God and then your husband. She smiled and left from there. I turned and my brother hugs me. Mom, dad, everyone one by one hugged me and congratulated me. I was so happy. My eyes started getting wet. Jungkook, I thank my God for such a big happiness. I have now 2 kids. Nurse, you can see your husband now. Nurse said and I almost ran toward the room where he was. Jungkook, I opened the door and looked at my life. My Taeyong sleeping peacefully. I went near him and kissed his forehead. Taeyong opened his eyes and gave me the smile which he was only for me. Jungkook, thank you. I whispered and held his hand. They, do we have a little Jungkook? Jungkook, a little Taeyong too. We have twins, a boy and a girl. I said and he smiled wider. They, really? I want to see them. Jungkook, they said and tried to get up, but I held his shoulder and lay him down again. Jungkook, I look at the door and there was whole family enter in taking our 2 new members of family in their arms. Mom and Taeyong mom was carry our babies. I smiled and went near them. Jungkook, they are so cute and tiny. Their eyes were closed. My eyes get wet. Mom gave me one of my kid in my arm and I feel all the happiness of the world is in my arms. I feel so good to have your own child in your arm. Miss John, it's a boy, Mom said, which made me smile. I kissed the forehead of my baby boy and went near to Theong. I gave him the boy and turned to take other from Theong mom. I take my baby girl in my arm and sat on bed with Theong. Jungkook. They turned a little to the girl and then smiled with wet eyes. Jungkook, thank you for this lovely family, I whispered, and he rested his head on my shoulder. You, Uppa, don't move. Let me capture this. Jungkook, you said, and take her mobile out. They, what is happiness? When your heart is filled with love and your every relation is an example of love. I was looking at the view. Jungkook, of my two beautiful twins. I turned and saw Jungkook standing right behind me, having the same grin on his face, which was not leaving my lips. They, so did you select some names? I asked. Look at Jungkook. Jungkook, actually, yes. Since when I start falling for you? They, he said while scratching the back of his head. They, really? They, I asked in shock, and then I laughed a lot that my eyes got water. He was just look at me and I stopped my laugh. They, sorry, I slowly said and he held my arm. We both slowly start walking toward our family member who were fighting for their names. Jungkook, actually I have a name for my little baby girl. Cook said and everyone turned to us. We sat on sofa and Cook picked our little girl in his arm. He looked at me and I nodded. Jungkook, nice name, he said and kissed Jungkook's forehead. After some days, I went inside the kitchen for the tea. I was preparing tea and remember my life from the start, how my life was in my parent house. I was no one, I had no one, but now, with blessing, I have a lovely family. Day. I start remembering the day I married to Jungkook and then how our lives start moving. He became my every relation. I was lost in thinking about Jungkook when two arms wrapped around my waist and hugged me. I smiled knowing who it was. Jungkook, thinking about me, Cook asked and he rested his chin on my shoulder. They, only about you, I said and he kissed my cheeks. Jungkook, you are happy? He asked and I nodded. Very happy with my family, with my cookie and my twins. Jungkook, what do you think about making twins again? He whispered and I turned to him. They, Cook, I called his name who was smiled naughtily. He winked at me and left from there. I was smiling, thinking about his world. I looked up and thanked my God once again for such happiness. I took the tray and went out of the kitchen, where my whole family was waiting for me.